Nations join to blame Syria, but not to support an attack. The 2A and P are skip to main content. Toggle search. Stations. Donate. Shop. Sign in/register. Log out. News. Arts and life. Music. Listen. Breaking news from NPR. America. International. Economy. Must-reads. Contact us. Follow Mark. Facebook. International. Nations join to blame Syria, but not to support an attack. By Bill Chappell. September 7, 2013, 9:26 a.m. In large image I. Secretary of State John Kerry urged European Union officials, including Foreign Policy Chief Catherine Ashton, left, to support military action in Syria to punish the country for a chemical attack in its citizens. Getty Images. Secretary of State John Kerry urged European Union officials, including Foreign Policy Chief Catherine Ashton, left, to support military action in Syria to punish the country for a chemical attack in its citizens. Getty Images. America's most powerful European allies agree that Syria should be held responsible for what the U.S. calls an August 21st chemical weapons attack in Syrian citizens. But despite Secretary of State John Kerry's request for supporting military strikes, members of the European Union believe diplomacy should be the priority. NPR's Terry Schultz reports for our newscast unit. Seeking to forge a common position on Syria, EU Foreign Policy Chief Catherine Ashton says the 28 EU governments are unanimous that the Syrian regime is the likely perpetrator of the August 21st chemical attack and that something must be done. A clear and strong response is needed to make clear such crimes are unacceptable and there can be no impunity, she says. Ashton gave no sign the bloc, as a whole, is shifting toward support for military action. So far, only France backs possible strikes in the Syrian regime, and Ashton welcomed the French promise to delay any moves until UN inspectors conclude their report in the attack. Asked whether the EU is urging Washington to also wait on UN conclusions, Ashton said the ministers didn't ask Secretary Kerry to pledge anything. Kerry's meetings with Ashton and other ministers came after President Obama sought support for military action at the two-day G20 summit in Russia, which ended Friday. The president's efforts did not yield a substantial shift in government's plans. Just over half of the G20 states signed up to a statement calling for a strong response to last month's alleged chemical attack, Agence France Presse reports. France, the only EU nation to have offered to take part in an attack, was one of 4 European states, with Britain, Italy and Spain among the 11 nations that signed the statement. That group did not include Germany. But the nation did join in the European Union's blaming of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad Saturday, the AP reports. At the EU sessions held in Lithuania, ministers called for acting against Syria by using the United Nations. But US officials are saying the UN, particularly the Security Council, may not represent the best channel for action. Speaking at the Center for American Progress Friday, U.S. Ambassador to the UN Samantha Power said the Security Council has been hobbled by Russia's refusal to act against Syria, even after it staged the largest chemical weapons attack in a quarter-century. Powers called Syria one of those occasions like Kosovo, when the Council is so paralyzed that countries have to act outside it, if they are to prevent the flouting of international laws and norms. Secretary of State John Kerry. UN. Security Council. Syria. Share. Facebook. Twitter. Google+. Email. Comment. In Australian vote, Prime Minister concedes to Abbott September 7, 2013 NASA lunar orbiter hits snag after successful launch September 7, 2013. More from the 2A. Around the nation. Rimfire is third largest wildfire in California's history. Space. NASA lunar orbiter hits snag.